Hey guys, it's Amber, and I'm getting ready to work on day 25, as you can see, which is Christmas Day. So I've got quite a lot going on here. I'm still kind of fleshing out some ideas, but I'm trying to get some pattern paper used up, some die cuts that I've been saving, and we'll see where we end up. But I want to start with like a nice, fresh, clean pattern paper. I want to be able to use this whole one. It's my favorite, like one of my two absolute favorites from the whole collection this year. So I have this Merry Christmas heart pocket. I'm not going to do anything with it as an actual pocket, but I think that I might try to put a little bit of the star transparency over the weight, like cut it into that shape and then layer the 25 over it, just to help give it a little something. So I can move that aside. So that's going to be with the holes punched on this side. On the back side, I have a photo of all of us, which I love, and I'm trying to still decide which die cut or what I'm going to put on there. I've got a couple different ones. I've got Bring on the Presents, which is really cute. I also have Best Christmas Memory. The color doesn't necessarily match, but the sentiment is great. So one of those two might be on there. Thinking about maybe layering this tree die cut in the middle, and then on the back side putting this little present here. I will probably remove the extra foam piece and just glue that on there straight. And then I think I want to try to layer this craft reindeer die cut on here, maybe with one of these fabric strips. I've got this Magical Season, Be Merry and Bright, Let's Be Merry, Love This Moment. One of those potentially to layer on there. Okay, and then on the back side of that, like I said, going for lots of enlargements, got some great photos I really love. That would be this star pattern paper, which is my other favorite, with this photo of Jarrett and I. I printed it at like a 5.5 by 8 size. I would probably layer this Meet Me Under the Mistletoe die cut on there. Not really sure, honestly, if I would do much else with it except just let the photo shine on its own. Then I have a pocket page that I'm planning, probably with some sort of flip up of some kind. So I've got some 4x6 and 4x4 photos here to put into the page protectors. Then I also have some stuff here that I wanted to already use. So I've got this 4x6 card with the presents on it. This green card, potentially I've been trying to use this, and then 2 of these 4x4 cards here so I can add some journaling. So I've got the Merry and Bright Moments and the Memories to Treasure. Kind of leaning towards the brown one with the kitty photos. And then I also have these last 2 present die cuts, which coordinate with the card, and I could maybe layer on some photos, or this gift die cut heart. So that's all together. That will be one page protector. And then I'm finally going to be able to use my stockings layout that I created from the prep day party. So I'm thinking about layering this 25. This, I believe, was from the advent calendar. So I like that it's kind of a more pinky, rosy red. I think I'm going to layer this chipboard circle around it just to give it a little oomph. I like that you can still see the background behind it instead of using the big felt numbers like I was originally maybe planning to do. I also had this Love These stocking star I was trying to figure out if I could use somehow. Not sure I'm gonna be able to squeeze that one in. Inside there is going to be some photos that I'm gonna just glue back to back. I went ahead and added some journaling directly onto them, but these were some of the best ones I could get in that format. This one of me opening a present's kind of blurry, but I love it, and that was the point of my journaling. Juliana, one of her favorite presents. And then the girls at Easton. So some of them I will probably have to do a tab. Like most of them I can put a punched piece with ribbon. These two, because their heads are so close, that's the way the photos were cropped, I'll probably do a tab and put these two together and not do ribbon. So those will all be together. Then I have one more photo here of Jarrett with the kids. I try to take one of him with his kids every year. I think that I really like this patterned paper with the black with the gold dots. I just thought it looked really classic, and they're wearing a lot of blue as well, so it was hard to find a good pattern paper that didn't compete with that. Some other ones I considered throughout these different layouts were the Santa paper, but that was too busy. This green, that didn't really, it could work, but it didn't really go as well. So I'm thinking about using that. And then on the back side will be a photo of the chaos of our living room and the fireplace and all the presents and paper and the boxes and all the chaos. And I was thinking about putting this How We Do Christmas die cut on here as well, either like down in the corner or maybe just kind of hiding that opened box there from presents. So something like that. So excited to get started. I'm not really sure, honestly, on too many other embellishments. I have these stickers pulled out. I think I want to maybe also add the We Believe sticker to the photo of everybody. I think that would be really cute. And if I don't use that, this gift craft die cut, I could use this one as well, and that would get me to using all of them except the Come On Santa, which I use the craft version of. So got a lot of use out of that. I also was considering if I couldn't find something else to go on here, the Love This Tree stamped icon, because I'm using a lot of circle die cuts, and that would help me get some more consistent stuff on there. I want to try to squeeze in this December 25th banner somewhere, because obviously you can only use that on one day. The Still Merry and Bright, if I don't have anywhere to put it, I'll be putting it back on the 24th like I had originally hoped to do. And yeah, we're getting there. So still trying to figure out other die cuts or things to layer together. Just trying to get more stash used up, and I might also maybe use a transparency on the back of this as well. Not necessarily needing to add journaling, but I could. But yeah, just having fun with getting some product laid out. So the other thing I still want to really try to squeeze in is this star die cut. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that in yet. And this A Very Merry and Joyful Morning is also another one. Plus I also have this Best Gift Ever, Holiday Cheer potentially, Merry Christmas. So lots of chipboard pieces that can be used as well. This could actually be really cute right here, since it's like a good vertical size. So we will see. I'm going to get started and can't wait to see how it comes out. Okay guys, so the very first thing I did was cut that star transparency. I traced it with a slick writer, trimmed it out, used red line to adhere the chipboard number, and then I used more red line under the chipboard number so you couldn't see any of the adhesive, and then I am now adhering it to the pattern paper. So just kept that really simple. Like I said, didn't use the pocket for anything. Just showing how I adhere my photos back to back. I use 1/8 inch tape on the side where the holes are getting punched. I used quarter along the other sides, and then I will trim down just using my scissors, and then I'll get the holes punched. I tried to use my punch template, but the two thick pieces plus the punch template was too much, so I ended up removing that and just lining it up visually by eye, which you'll see here in a second, and just getting that punched out. And I just have to say how much I love that pattern paper. It's so cute. So considering putting that die cut on, but I'm going to keep moving in case I change my mind, because I still wasn't 100% sure. So I realized that the tree die cut there only had 5 holes punched in it, and I needed to punch the photo as well, so I went ahead and punched those two together. I'm going to adhere that reindeer die cut, and I'm going to go with the Be Merry and Bright woven piece there. I'm just using some scissors to trim one of the edges so it was a little bit more even. It was kind of off a little. And I'm going to use rolling adhesive for this because I wanted to be able to get to the antlers really well, and there's no way I could have gotten it with any other kind of adhesive except for maybe a liquid adhesive. So this was the best way. I'm just using the back of some nonstick tape there to roll onto so I don't get anything on my desk. And I'm just going to adhere that in place. And I think I was just using my tip of my pointer there to remove like a fuzz. And then I'm going to use red line tape on the woven phrase there. And I'm going to try to tuck it in underneath the front foot there and get that in place. So liking how that layering is looking. I was trying to see if I could find an embellishment to put on the front there, but as I was able to make a decision, I decided to go ahead and skip it. So here I decided to do some stenciling on the photo. I'm using some Vicky Bouton metallic texture paste. The color is butterscotch. So what you saw in the very beginning of this part of the video was that I have like a book that I've swatched everything so it's easier for me to look. I'm using mint tape here, which is a very low tack tape. However, I would recommend putting a piece of paper underneath the tape covering the photo, because I had a really hard time removing it and there's a little bit of residue left. When I did the other corner, which you won't see on camera, I did that and it was way easier to remove and left no residue. So I'm just using a Nuvo brand spatula there to help me spread the texture paste around. And I thought that that just added some fun, obviously texture because it's texture paste, but just kind of helps around the photo a little bit because the page itself is really simple. So while that's drying, and I did the other corner off camera, I'm going to start working on the pocket page. So I wanted to use some of the fun cards and not just all photos, which I easily could have filled it in with. I ended up spreading this out to 2 full page protectors. So you won't quite see everything that I'm doing, but I'm definitely going to be moving this around off camera a little bit. I'm going to print some extra photos, get the journaling printed out, figuring out my title, figuring out where I'm going to put the embellishments, but just kind of wanted to use certain products and have certain photos be grouped together. And so you can kind of see there, I'm just kind of moving things around, working on filling in the back here with kitty photos. I like including them. They're definitely a member of our family, and they're with us for Christmas, as all cats are for wrapping paper in boxes. So here I am jumping ahead now to the photos that are going to go inside my stockings layout. So I'm just putting them back to back using some rolling adhesive and then using a corner rounder. I realized they were a little too tall because I printed them at 3x7, so I'm going to trim them down to 3x6.5. For 2 of them, I'm going to use my slot punch there, which you can see, and thread some of this May Arts ribbon through it and staple that in place using my tiny attacher. For the third one, which I had mentioned earlier, in our faces and heads are near the top of the photo, I'm going to use a photo tab and use that as a way to help pull it out. So you'll see me grab my stash and dig through that in a moment. I wanted to use a gold one, but ended up finding a black one with the word moments that seemed to look good and make some sense. So, and that was from the 2022 collection. As I was just digging through here, I had bought 2 packs from this year. I always like using these, so it's nice to have them. So I'm just putting that on and stapling that in place and sliding them. They took a little bit of working to get further down in there, but they did. So really happy with how those came out. I didn't think I would have photos that would really work well, but luckily it did. So I really loved the inspiration from Allie for this layout. So now that the inside photos are in place, I'm going to go ahead and put the sticker down. I'm just peeling that off the backing and placing it right down. And then I'm going to use some red line tape to adhere the chipboard circle down around the outside. It just covers 2 of the corners, I believe, but I'm fine with that because it's not really too thick. So I'm just going to get that adhered in place. And very happy. Here I'm going to add a die cut with some foam tape, and I changed the background paper that this photo is going on. This is from the Heidi Swapp Hometown Holiday Collection. I just was looking at the pattern papers behind the stockings, and this one felt like it didn't compete, but it had complementary colors because, you know, they're cut out so you can see, and I just thought it was really cute. So another really simple one where I'm just adding another die cut, popping that up with some foam tape. And I'm also going to add a little tiny chipboard tree from the chipboard tree set, just to give it a little something extra as well. Not really much to put on here for like journaling or titles. I'm just letting the die cuts kind of say what I need to say, or, you know, have some fun embellishing. So kind of bouncing back around to the front again. And just kind of flipping through, seeing how everything's flowing, if I like how things are looking. And I'm going to put that We Believe sticker on the tree die cut instead of the photo. And I liked that. Added a little star to the reindeer. And now I'm adding my journaling on Mako sticker paper. I get asked about this a lot. A lot of people like to buy this. I have it saved in my Amazon links. It's so fantastic for adding journaling to physical cards, especially these which have foil on them. You don't have to run the risk of running them through your printer, making a mistake, so it's really awesome. Added some digital art from Allie Edwards from a few years ago and some journaling. And I also decided that the Bring On the Presents die cut would be perfect right there, layered on the photo of the presents. And I decided to put that one on the outside of the page protector. So I'm just using some red line tape. Finally, I'm getting to this green card. Instead of doing any other journaling, I'm just using it like a title card. So I'm adding that twinkle word phrase. I can't remember now if that's from the main kit or the Advent sticker kit, but I'm going to add another die cut here, and I'll be leaving you with a live look of everything in just a moment. Okay guys, I am all finished with day 25. Happy with how it came out. It's actually very simple, but I'm okay with that. Added a little star here off camera, letting the photo shine, and just adding one little die cut, little sticker here, sticker here, die cut, and a woven piece here. Added the stencil and paste, as you saw, with a die cut on foam adhesive, die cut again. Here I added some old Allie word art and a little bit of journaling on that card there with the sticker paper. I love how that looks. In the back here, added this, which I think looks really great with that card. It fits perfectly. And I still got to put this present on here in the center, which I think looks cute, and you can barely even tell that there's anything there from the other side. This one, very simple, just literally one little chipboard piece on the outside. I was trying to find something else to do with it, but short of like adding more star acetate or something, I didn't want it to be, you know, repetitive too much. Here I don't have any embellishments at all. Actually, maybe I can finally find a little place to put this lovely stockings star that I've been trying to find. Even then it feels like I'm still trying to smush it in there. I love this little star, and I love these little stockings that they have, so maybe I can finally put it on that page. Love, 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 love the way this 25 and the chipboard piece look. I don't want to pull out all of these, but I did want to show that I ended up adding the one die cut here to a photo. Mine ended up being 3 by 6.5, I think. So happy with how low they tucked down in there. Left the back plain. And here I added a little chipboard piece. I think that might have been off camera, I cannot recall. And real simple, how we do Christmas on the back. So like I said, really, really happy with how this all came together. Several pages, but with all the foam and heat pieces and everything balanced, it's really still nice and flat and ready to go in the album. So I'll see you soon for day 26. Thanks so much. Bye for now.